Good morning, everyone. I just want to welcome all the presenters here today, and thank you all for coming, signing up, and volunteering. Very brave of the first people to volunteer to go first, second, and third. That's kind of it's very scary, but it doesn't have to be. I want to thank all of you that have come for support. I think that's awesome. Especially how important this presentation is. It's the very first one that you do at Full Sail, and um, the relationships that you form in the very first month are going to prove to be so strong. Um, I've noticed in class, I've noticed in the videos that are uploaded, how many relationships have been formed and teamwork to help each other get your presentations done. So I think that's awesome, and I do hope that continues throughout your program here. We need each other. We need each other. Bottom line, the amount of talent that surrounds you in this university is amazing. So I keep on encouraging you guys to utilize that. And I know I might sound like a broken record. I might sound annoyingly positive, but it really is the vibe. It's the vibe in Full Sail, and it's up to you to take advantage of that. Um, okay, so this is how it works. Right now, you see my screen. So I asked you guys before this session even started to give me the number of when you want to go. So what happens is I will send you an invite, and that invitation will pop up on your screen. Once you get that, you'll say okay to share your screen. Make sure that your presentation is on your desktop and ready to open, and then we will see your slides or your presentation. I'll start the clock as always, just like I do in class. In the chat box, I will post up the number. So if you reach 3 minutes, I'll post 3 in the chat box. 2 minutes, 1, just to give you an idea of the time, your timing. Don't let that intimidate you, just the same way as we are in class. I have a very good ear knowing when a presentation is about to close up. So I'll probably tell you or signal you to keep going. But if I hear that you're nowhere near the end, I'm gonna have to stop your presentation. But again, don't let this intimidate you. You've worked so hard this entire month. Um, I've seen improvements already with the live presentations and some of the videos that I've watched so far. So you guys got this. I don't have any doubt in your success. I feel like you have taken feedback to heart and went with evolving yourself. So without further ado, I'm gonna mute everyone's mic so there's no distracting feedback in the background when someone's presenting. However, just like in class, the presenter will be given 2 minutes after the presentation. So I encourage you guys to offer that live feedback. For those of you that are new to GoTo, there is under the names, there is a button that looks like a hand with an arrow under it. That is raising your hand, and I'll see that in the chat box, and I'll go and unmute your mic so you can give feedback. So do me a favor, guys, if you would just press that button so I know that you all can see it. Cool, cool. Okay, Charles, you have a question during my presentation. Do I have to unplug my headphones for you guys to hear me? No, actually, that'll probably be beneficial to you because it will not mute, that's the wrong word. It'll get rid of all the background noise for you. So you're okay with headphones. Cool. All right, I'm gonna unmute your mic for a minute, and our first one up is Alex. So give him a lot of love because he has volunteered to go first, and I think that's awesome. Very, very brave. And I will unmute your mic first, Alex. Make sure that you are bringing up your presentation. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome. Okay. In a few moments, you are gonna get an invitation from me, and then you just hit OK.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, I can. Okay.
Okay.
You may make you can go up to slideshow and put presenter view.
Just like that?
Yes. Okay. So, take a few breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good. How is everyone doing?
Awesome. Okay. I just noticed that's okay. Here we go. Sorry, I had to move my chat box. Okay, I'm gonna count you down, and whenever you're ready, tell me to start the countdown.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, you got this. 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? So my degree I got in Full Sail was game design. So I got my bachelor's in game design. And my future job I want to work for is ZeniMax Online Studios. So I've always been a fan of ZeniMax. I've played Skyrim, I've played Fallout. I haven't played the new Doom, but I was able to play the old Doom. These are just some of their largest main title games that I'm trying to get to make if they continue making them in the future. So what really got me into video games was when I was really little and growing up with my birth family. They weren't really good people. They were quite violent people actually. So I kind of tried to find places I could escape to. And my dad actually sent me a Super Nintendo, which was pretty sweet. So I was playing like Donkey Kong, Mario, and stuff like that on there. So after a few years, my dad got custody of us and we moved out to Hawaii. And he started letting us watch him play on his Xbox. And it was really fun watching him just play all these military sims. And then one day he brought home a game called Halo. And ever since then, I was just like, I want to make games like this. Like, this is just insane. Like, 3D graphics, first person and stuff. So I was looking around for places I can actually learn to make this. I started off on YouTube with like 3D animation, modeling in Blender and stuff like that. So after a few years of really, really trying to learn how to make these games, I was able to make a few demo games that I put together after a while. One of them, I couldn't figure out a name, so I named it Top Down Shooter, which is a third person procedurally generated FPS shooting game. So each level generates itself and you just try to survive each wave. And then I also recreated Pong, but I accidentally deleted it from existence, so I don't have it anymore. So after many more years and trying to find out how to do this, I found two colleges. One of them was the Art Institute, which I couldn't afford because they were just way too expensive. And then I saw Full Sail. I saw a lot of their videos online and started watching them, which I really enjoyed seeing. The library was my favorite video, actually. But when I learned the game design degree, it allows me to do everything I like to do in it, like basics of animation, basics of programming, basics of everything. I really wanted to do it, so I signed up for it and I made it here. So obviously everyone's just going to come up and pitch the skills they have, like animation, modeling, programming, and stuff. See, I have these skills, obviously, because I went to college and I have the degree showing it. But the thing that makes me shine out from other people is that I have the ambition and the want to do it. I have the creative ability to do it, and I have examples and proof that I have done it. So I'm able to show you guys that I have completed this and I do know what I'm doing. So I know I don't really have that much time left, but I just wanted to leave you guys off with a quote that I enjoy. So it's video games foster the mindset that allows creativity to grow by Nolan Bushnell. So this is pretty much saying that video games, unlike most people think, they don't shrink your mind, they increase your mind. They allow you to create yourself. They allow you to go into entire worlds and imagine yourself. And I really would like to do this. And with me going to Full Sail, that gave me the ability to learn how. And that gave me the ability to have the skill set and everything to do this. So I just wanted to leave you guys my contact information. And you guys have a nice day and thank you for listening.
And you're done. How does it feel?
That feels good.
Excellent, excellent. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes, and I'm gonna look for people to give you some feedback. Let's see. Feedback for Alex. You're getting a bunch of claps in the chat box. I will tell you that. And good job.
Thank you.
Guys, you can
Yeah.
use the raise your hand button and speak directly to Alex. I'm sorry. Okay, we have Josh. Awesome.
Yeah, I made that other game, but I accidentally deleted it. I had it up on my website, but I deleted my website without realizing I didn't take it off first.
Okay. All right, Josh, your mic is hot. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. What I was about to say was I really applaud you for making your own game at first, because even though I'm not in the game, I'm not in your degree, but I'm in film. I made my game because that degree was what I was originally going to be in, and you
Yeah.
would be surprised of how many people who never touched the this side because it's like, oh, well, I will learn it in school. But I feel like it would be a lot better if people do it ahead of time so they get a feel of it.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Josh. Anyone else? Okay. Let's see. You have a bunch of comments in the comment box, but thank you, Alex, so much. First of all, for going first again and joining us this evening. So now you could take some deep breaths and relax, sit back and listen to the other presentations. Oh, and I'm sorry, I muted you on that whole time. I'm sorry. But thank you
Yeah.
again.
Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to keep it as minimal words as I could. I didn't want it to fill up the whole page.
Well, I appreciate it. I've taken my notes and I will give you feedback as always.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go. All right, so next up we have Zach. And Zach, are you all set to go? And I will send you an invitation in a few moments. Cool. Let me unmute your mic first. Okay. Zach, you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, make presenter. All right, invitation coming your way.
Everybody can see my screen, right?
Yes. Yes, we can. Okay. So let me reset the clock. And would you like to take a couple of deep breaths?
Okay, I think I'm good.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zach LeBaron. I want to be talking about what I want to do with the rest of my life. I want to be a game designer. This is more of a pitch towards you guys. Like, if you have an idea, I want to help create that. This is some of my experience I have. I graduated full sail with a bachelor's in game design. I've been programming in C++ since 2014. That was when I was in high school. Worked on a few independent projects, at my time at full sail. Obviously not the stuff needed for the class. It was just, side projects. People approached me with ideas and we turned into something. Some programs that I'm experienced with would be Unity, obviously, because that's what we mainly focused in during the game design program. I use Audacity a little bit, and I dabbled in Unreal Engine just a little bit as well. So now that I've shared my experience with you, I want to talk about what made me want to become a game designer. This picture came from a game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's a multiplayer map called Terminal. And I don't know how many people play Call of Duty or how many people look into it at all. But Terminal originated on Modern Warfare 2. But ever since then, Treyarch and Activision, everybody that's been making the newer Call of Duty games, they've been using Terminal and they've been retexturing it. They retextured it a total of 3 times so far. The third one being the newest game that's coming out. It's already confirmed that Terminal is going to be in there. This just blows my mind that one map has been retextured 3 times and used again in the different games. It's just like, I want to make something like this. I want to make something that it's so good that everybody just wants to use it in their game. They want to, produce that feeling of just, oh, this map. This map is just a good map. We want it in our game. We want people to be able to experience playing on this, go through the level and stuff. With that being said, kind of what I want to focus on in game design is level design. I really like levels. That's what drew me to Terminal in the first place. I just love how Terminal felt. Even all of the Modern Warfare 2 maps, I liked just how all of them felt. I felt Modern Warfare 2 had some really good maps, and that's what I really wanted to make. I wanted to make a good maps like in Modern Warfare 2. So my recent motivation comes from a game called Dead by Daylight. It's a little bit of a newer game. It wasn't as popular as first, and now it's pretty popular. I think it's been like trying to think, maybe like the 10th most played game on Steam. So that's pretty cool. And the developers, they do a live stream every Thursday, and they do it for an hour. They talk about what's coming up in the game and everything. And just whenever I watch it, I just feel so inspired by them, and they've been motivating me because they do what they love, and you can tell just by how they talk during the live stream. That just is a motivation for me. I want to do something like that. I want to do something like they do. Here's a quote: "The most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do." I really resonate with this because I want to inspire people as well. I want to be inspired, or I want to inspire people how I was inspired with Terminal, with Dead by Daylight, with all the other stuff that I'm around. And in the end, choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. If I can just design games forever and ever and not do anything else, I will live a happy life. And here's my contact information for anybody that has any ideas, want to make anything, just hit me up in my email and we can talk. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. 10 seconds to spare. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. So, just like any other time, I'll give 2 minutes on the clock for any of your classmates to give you some feedback. So, who would like to give Zach some live feedback? Yeah, fans of Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I was playing that a little bit before while we started this. I was a little bit nervous. I just wanted to play some of that, kind of relax a little bit.
Oh, what a great way to relax.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because part of my action research for my first degree was incorporating technology into education, and gamification was part of it. And there's a surgeon in Celebration that his team of surgeons, he built this game room to have them go in and before surgery play games just for hand-eye coordination, for relaxation, for to stimulate their brain. And it's a fascinating um, program that he put into place. So and I've heard about this game. I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I definitely feel like you need reflexes for this sometimes.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
I understand what you're saying with the whole like it kind of like helps them with their like hand-eye coordination and everything.
It's fascinating because they're so, there is what's the word I'm looking for? A stigmatism when it comes to gaming. A lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't attribute to anything, and that's nonsense. It actually attributes to so much, and there are those that learn visually and by hands-on, you know. And I may be an advocate. I don't know, but my research just proves how strong gaming can really be for education, especially. So
Yeah, actually, I'm in the TEM class as well because my scheduling got messed up a little bit, and my group's doing a presentation on VR and how it like helps, and like I did a little bit of a like a piece on like the simulation games, like VR games, helping like in the medical field, and kind of what Joey said, helping people get over stuff. I read an article where actually there's some VR that's helping people like get over PTSD and other diseases, and like I don't know how it worked, but I also saw that they said it helps prevent negative lifestyle choices like smoking, or I forget the other examples, but one was like smoking. I was really interested in how that would work.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, is there anyone else that would um like to give Zach some feedback? And yeah, you have some kudos in the chat box if you wouldn't go back and check that out.
Yeah, I was looking at that a little bit because I'm only on my Mac, so I only have one screen, so I couldn't see the chat when I was presenting.
Yeah, it's hard. It's difficult. But thank you so much, Zach, for sharing that with us today. And you can now relax. You are done.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Okay, let me see. And next
Yeah.
up is Max. Yes, here we go. Max, you got this. Okay. I'm gonna unmute you in a minute. Okay, Max, you are muted on your side, so make sure you unmute your mic. I'm gonna send you an invitation. Presenter. How you feeling this morning?
I'm all right. Tired, but
Yep.
just been preparing myself for this. So, hold on a sec. All right, can you guys all see this?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna restart the clock.
Okay.
Just let me know when you're ready. Take deep breaths if you need to.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1.
All right. Good morning, everyone. How we all doing? My name is Maxwell Meyer, and I'm going to be branding myself as Anthem, my producer, alias. So, who am I presenting to after I'm done graduating from Full Sail University? It'll be guys like Bryson Tiller, Jeremiah, two of my favorite R&B acts, and I also really love the wave music genre, which Wave Mob and FOMH are two of my favorite channels that I would love to produce my music for and send to. My ultimate goal when I'm done with school is to be like Noah 40 should be, but I really want to have my own individual studio and work with some of the most talented artists. I love collaboration, and I think it's a beautiful way to work together and create arts of all kind. Next is my skills and knowledge within the music field. I have worked in multiple DAWs and programs, including Logic Pro X, Reason 7, FL Studio 11 and 12. And I also played the trumpet for 8 years. I started playing trumpet in 6th grade, and it kind of formed my whole relationship with music. Um, I love it to death, and I don't know where I'd be without it. Um, but yeah. Next is how I achieved this goal. And this picture I thought was hilarious because I found it online and it showed a kid practicing his trumpet, which I always struggled with as a kid because I was like, I don't need to practice. I'm too good for practice. But my parents and my teachers were all like, once you practice, you'll be able to be the best. And I took that to heart when I hit high school, and I practiced every day for like an hour. And I became first trumpet in my symphonic band my sophomore year, so I was the first sophomore to ever do that in my school. And I also played in All-State my junior and senior year, which was a blessing. And yeah, so here is my contact information. I know this presentation was kind of short. I forgot a couple slides, but yeah, here we are. Thank you.
Okay. Deep breaths.
I know it's fast. I was kind of hauling.
It's okay. It's okay. It's nerves, and nerves get the best of us, and that's okay. But you're done. So
Um,
exhale.
but I do have something I would like to share with you guys. I have a song that I posted on my SoundCloud profile. It is private, so if you guys could all keep this between the class, I'd really appreciate it. But I just want your feedback on this song. I just made it, so I'm gonna post this in the chat right now.
Awesome. And if you would, Max, to double that and share it with the entire class, go ahead and post that on the community discussion board.
I'll make sure to do that right now.
Okay, cool. Because then the people that couldn't make it here today can also enjoy it.
All right.
Okay, cool. Now, 2 minutes are on the clock if you guys have live feedback for Max. Looks like Charles said he was second chair, which is still awesome. Many are listening to it already. And you have some band people in here. French horn, it looks like, Alex. I played the bass clarinet and the tenor sax and jazz band. So I'm with you guys on that. My sister played the trumpet. So. Awesome, Josh. Sweet. Oh, I don't know. I'm a little rusty. But I do have another spoken word for you guys. It's something that I wrote for my students. So I'll have that for you. But man, you guys are quiet. You can have the floor. You can have the mic. That's okay. I see, Max, that you're able to see the comments in the chat box. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I see Charles' hand. Let's unmute Charles. Hey, Charles.
How you doing?
I'm well. Go ahead.
Oh, what's cracking, Max? I just say like maybe you should sell yourself a little bit more as maybe to why somebody may want to work with you. But I liked your presentation. I like the organization of your slides. That's all.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I agree, man. I hate presenting, so I was super nervous and like anxious to just like go and get it done. So I kind of left out a couple slides I really wanted to add like tonight or like to this morning. So,
I feel you. I feel you.
but thanks for the feedback, man.
All right.
But think how awesome it's going to be once you start evolving and getting more skills and then adding. And hopefully that's a message I'm trying to get across. To be excited. I know that this is only the beginning, and that your this and your desire and your passion, your skills are gonna grow and evolve as you evolve, and you'll come back to this and look how much you've grown. Even in the next few months, you're gonna see a change. So be excited for that. Cool. All right, Max, you are off the hook now.
All right. Thank you all for listening.
All right, let me unmute you. Okay. Okay, back to me. Okay, I can't wait to listen to that song later. But I'm kind of busy right now navigating through here, so I will definitely listen to that and give you some feedback later. Max, thank you so much for sharing that with us. All right, Jarrell, you are on deck. And we are all family here. So don't worry, just take a couple of deep breaths and you'll be all good. Okay, you are unmuted.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you.
Perfect.
And I'm about to send you the invitation. Okay. You are getting a lot of pats on the back. Oh, that's sweet. That's a sweet background.
Oh, thanks.
the class has got your back in the chat box, so I think you're good.
Okay, can you guys see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
First off,
Are you
doing
about to start?
yeah.
That's cool. No, I'm gonna count you down. Do you need to take a deep breath, or we're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So in 3, 2, 1.
All right. First off, I want to start off by saying that I guess you could say I'm what you call like a late bloomer when it comes to this, because I didn't grow up like dreaming of like making it in entertainment and like arts. But one of my inspirations, despite all his criticism, was Michael Bay, because I used to love action films like Transformers, Bad Boys, and stuff like that. And but the reason why I never really pursued it is I grew up in a house where one of my parents was like a OBGYN, which is a baby doctor, and my father was an airline pilot. So they weren't really supportive of arts and creative stuff like that. They wanted me, in their words, to get a real job. So I listened to that advice and I went into medicine. And from there, I don't think a lot of you guys noticed, but I used to be an EMT. And I spent like 2 years on that job and it just got so boring for me. And like usually when we're like waiting on calls and back, just writing poems, writing little stories to kill the time. And from there, I went into the military where I was a combat medic. And basically, when I went to Afghanistan, first 3 months, nothing really happened. And then one day, my commanding officer came with a GoPro, put it on my desk. He was like, "Need you going out today? I'm gonna need you to get some good footage for the media." So I attached the camera to my helmet, and I went out. And then, like 3 hours later, we came back. I handed it over to them after they did the little edits and stuff with it. I actually liked what I seen. Like they made it a lot more interesting than what it really was. And then that's when I decided to like pursue a career in film. And after my contract had ended, I decided to go back to school and learn cinematography. Because even though I had kind of put my dreams on hold, I it was always there, you know what I'm saying? Like I always had the passion for it. So I went to school to learn cinematography, and being in those two career fields that I was previously in, you're about to see a lot of crazy stuff happen, and it kind of fuels to your imagination. And while I was at Full Sail, I actually learned a lot of different stuff as well, like screenwriting, directing, producing, and editing. And that also helped me like branch out stories as well. And I got to work with like a lot of awesome people, like collaborate on a lot of things. And now I want to pursue a career in not just cinematography, but special effects as well. I like explosions and whatnot. And that is all. This is my contact information. And thank you guys for listening.
Now exhale. You got through it. How do you feel?
Well, relieved.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so just like anybody else, you have 2 minutes on the clock. See, and you had time to spare. That's awesome. Okay, 2 minutes on the clock, and we have a couple hands up, so that's awesome. Okay, Joey, you're up first. Unmute you.
Hey, I just want to start off first saying thank you for your service. And if you already have gone through all these paths and you've rode them through, I'm sure that you'll do great, man. And that's all I wanted to say. Like being an EMT, it's not like you could, be an EMT overnight. So you worked hard at that, and I like that kind of stuff. So congrats,
No,
man. I'm sure you'll
we,
do great.
That was really nice. Thank you, Joey, for sharing that.
thanks, Joey.
Josh, I did see your hand up. Do you not have a comment anymore? That happens. Okay, Josh seconds that motion, pretty much. And same here. Thank you so much for the time and the service to our country. It's amazing that sometimes that goes more unnoticed than not, and how personally grateful I am to be able to have the blessings that I do as an American citizen because of people like you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. I see Daryl. Cool. Okay, Daryl, go ahead.
Hey guys, hey Gerald.
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, okay, really nice of you to put like yourself as in like your parents did not actually want you to pursue this industry, because I'm sure many of you also understand same feelings of joining this creative industry. So yeah, great presentation. But if you could sell yourself more, that'd be great.
Awesome. Thank you, Daryl. Okay, so you are off the hook for now, Darrell, and you could relax, exhale a little bit, and sit back and enjoy the rest of the show.
Sweet.
Cool. Okay. Let me get that. Even though I love that background, I gotta make myself the presenter again. Okay, next is Nick. And then after that, we have Charles. And we are good for the rest of the day. Okay. Nick, are you all set? Oh, Tyreek, I skipped you? I'm so sorry. Actually, you are before Nick. Correct. I'm sorry about that. Are you all set to go? Cool. So sorry. All right, let me unmute you first. Okay. I'm so sorry, Tyreek. Did not mean
It's
to
fine.
skip you. You are getting an invitation.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Love that. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Take a couple of deep breaths and I will count you down.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Tariq Patillo. I'm a recent graduate of Full Sail University, and I'm presenting to you as a game designer. And my goal in the game industry is to bring a game that has a strong narrative, has fun gameplay mechanics, and a relatable character. The two game companies that I'm presenting to is Bethesda Game Studios and Insomniac Games. Oh, no.
And Insomniac games. Okay. Um, the reason why I like Bethesda's games is because their games have a strong narrative and with good gameplay mechanics that just makes the game better. Like in Skyrim, you're in the Middle Ages and you're fighting dragons and you're using swords and bows and magic, and that's just cool. And Fallout 4, you're fighting superhumans and the Deathclaw with a plasma rifle. I like that. And Insomniac, I I just love how fun their games are. Like in Sunset Overdrive, is a good game. Like the way you traverse around the world, you're just sliding on the wires, and you have a double jump. You can run on walls, and you have an air dash. That was just so fun. I traveled around the whole world without even touching the ground. And the way you destroy enemies, like all the weapons are just so fun to use. There's a disc launcher that shoots vinyl records, and a gun that shoots bowling balls. That's amazing. And a firework launcher. I love that game. And the way you interact with the world, like deaths and respawn animations in the game are just so fun. I've never been more excited to die in a game before. There's this one animation where you respawn, that a UFO comes and just drops you off along with a teddy bear and a tire. There's one where you come in a telephone booth like Doctor Who, and there's one where you grapple in like Tom Cruise from the Mission Impossible movies. Okay, so in the beginning, I didn't always want to be a game designer. I also didn't play that many video games. I used to play football a lot, so that's what I thought I was gonna do. Thought I was gonna be an NFL player. But like after eighth grade, I lost interest in that, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. And then one day, my older brother he brought three games home: um, Batman: Arkham Asylum, Darksiders, and Red Faction. And he knew that I liked sci-fi stuff and fantasy and superheroes, so that's why he thought I might like them. And he was right. I did. I played those games and I beat them except for Red Faction. I got about halfway through. But yeah, and I just love what these games brought. I love the story that Batman brought. I love the traversal and that's in the game. I love the character that Darksiders brought, and I love the destructibility of the world in Red Faction. And after that, after I played those games, I had a new like angle that I looked at video games, and I just wanted to know how they were made. So I eventually came across The Sprint, and it's a three-season series about the making of Halo 5. And after the first season, I was hooked. I knew what I wanted to do after that. I wanted to be a game designer. And at Full Sail, I learned many things on Unity. I learned I learned how to analyze a level and determine each purpose of every object in that level. I learned I learned how to tailor a specific world for a specific character, and I learned that gameplay mechanics and level design can only complement each other. And why you should hire me? Well, I'm open-minded. I like to listen to other people's ideas and throw my ideas out on my own. I'm full of fresh ideas. I like to come up with story modes for games that I would like to write someday, and I like to come up with new game mechanics and new game modes for already existing games. I'm devoted. I put all my time into my work, and I like to seek help whenever I need it and to give help however I can. And I just want to inspire people. I want to inspire people to not only get into the game industry, but to also think creatively. And I want them to know that they can share their stories with the world just like I plan to do. Oh, and an inspirational quote. It's not from some award-winning writer, actor, or director. It's just from my very passionate math teacher. And he didn't directly say it to me. He said it to this other kid. But here's the situation. The kid said he really doesn't want to peak in high school, and the teacher told him he was just thinking about it the wrong way. And he said that there is no peak, because if there's a peak, you just decline immediately afterwards. You want to just reach your top and just keep going from there. And from then on, that's the way I thought about life and the game industry and my career. Here's my contact information, and thank you.
Okay. Exhale. How do you feel? Okay, let me reset. And there's 2 minutes. So some feedback for Tariq. You are getting claps in the chat box, and good job, great job.
Thank you.
You also, actually, I was seeing if you do go through the chat box, there were many that related to the whole NFL dreams and the NBA dreams.
Oh yeah, I was actually good at football. I just kind of lost interest. I don't know why, but I really miss it.
It happens. Charles asking what your team is.
Um, I'm not big on sports now, but I'm from Georgia, so I just have to, have to say Atlanta Falcons.
Interesting.
I know they suck though, I think.
What position did you play?
Oh, I played a lot. I played linebacker, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defensive end. I played safety 1 year, and yeah, that's it.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Tyreek. I'm sorry that I skipped over your number. I apologize for that. But enjoy the rest of the show and
Okay.
exhale.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Nick, you're up. Are you all set? Okay. Okay. All right, Nick, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. All right, an invitation is coming your way.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and if you have to take a minute, take a couple of deep breaths, and just let me know when you're set, and I'll count you down.
I am ready.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my presentation. My name is Nicholas King. And yes, this is a picture of myself. I'd like to start off by saying thank you for tuning in today. I'd like to share my interests and ideas with you guys, but before I do so, I'd like to give you some information on myself first. I've studied music production at Full Sail University, and I've gotten my bachelor's degree. I know the ins and outs of the industry, from the difficulties of mixing and matching tracks, audio engineering, to recording and adding musical instruments and effects to a track. It's not as easy as it sounds, but with some help, it can be, and a fun process as well. The name of my company is Musical Dream Union, where I like to invite talented people in to recognize their dream and make it a reality. I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with this group, but this is NAA. I'm going to be focusing on Ice Cube and Eazy and Dr. Dre. The people that I will be targeting would be music executives, music producers, and the entertainment industry. The reason I'm focusing on Ice Cube, Eazy-E, and Dr. Dre because Ice Cube was the writer of the group. Eazy-E was the artist, and Dr. Dre was pretty much the music producer. He made the beats, and he helped bring out the passion when his fellow group members were recording. And that is what I would like to do. Furthermore, I'm sure I can ask how many people has an Apple device, and then ask how many people has a Samsung device, and the results will come back in Apple's favor. Why? Because in most people's opinion, and mine as well, Apple has better quality. Try taking a picture on a Samsung phone, and then take a picture on the iPhone. Now take both those pictures and compare them. I'm sure they both look nice, but which has better quality and detail? The iPhone. And like Apple, when someone mentions Musical Dream Union, I want them to think of the detail and quality of our company. Simple but yet glance on a level that is perfect for anyone. What kind of talent do we seek? I don't only seek for talented individuals, but ones with dreams, a vision, like myself, and ambition. I am willing to work hard. It's one thing to have a voice, but it's nothing if you can't project it. Make your dream a reality. Believe in your dream. That is what my company is about. Dream chasing. Everyone has their own dream, or where they want to be, and when they want to achieve this dream. But not everyone knows the questions they have to ask themselves. That's where I come in and make suggestions. What is your dream? What is your overall goal? Where do you see yourself? How do you want to be portrayed? Music brings people together. We all share a love for music, unless you're just that one person in the world that just doesn't love music. Whatever style or genre of music, it all brings us together. For example, parties, live venues, and many other celebrations. What do they all have in common? Music. I'm sure everyone has been to one of the two, listed above. The music was being played. I'm sure you've seen people dancing, having a great time, and that's what I want to bring. Bring people together with the love of music.
Okay, that's a conclusion?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so just like any other, there's 2 minutes for anyone that would like to give Nick some feedback. Okay, we have Charles. Cool. Go ahead, Charles.
I was cracking, man. I said it was a nice presentation. I would take out some of the words because I kind of got a little distracted reading those, and also I'd be a little bit louder and a little bit more enthusiastic when I'm speaking because I can see that you're passionate about music, and also, I rocks with NWA all the way.
All right, thanks. I like the feedback on the text. I got that a lot.
Awesome. Thank you, Charles.
Ain't no problem.
Okay, and I see Joey's hand up. So here we go. Go ahead, Joey.
Hey, I actually think that you did speak really well. You spoke engaging, but my whole thing is that there was a little bit of pauses, and the end there, I think it was because of the time, but it seemed like it just dropped off. But in general, I thought you did a really good job.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Cool. Okay. Anyone else? All right, awesome. I'm so sorry that you haven't been feeling well. Thank you for being responsible and coming out this this morning. I really appreciate it. And all I can say is tea and honey, and maybe if you can help it, put some ginger in there. And
Yeah, my mom was having me drink tea all this week.
oh my goodness, have you been to a doctor?
Well, yes, I have an appointment scheduled for Thursday.
Okay. Okay. Um, if you would say after for a moment when we close so we can talk, I would
Okay.
appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you again for coming. And now you can breathe. Ah, yes. Does that feel good? Feels good.
It does. I'm very relieved.
Okay. All right, Charles, you're closing everything out. Are you ready? Cool. Oh yeah, and by the way, that movie Straight Outta Compton was awesome. It was. It was really good. It left out a lot, but it's really hard. It's really difficult to put all that history in one film. And on that note, they are making. Oh, I know. I do I dare say this on recording? I already don't like the man, but that's besides the point. um, but it's rumored that they're making an aftermath film to precede this one. So I hope it comes together. It would be awesome. Okay. Charles, oh, I didn't unmute you. I'm sorry, Charles. Okay. Do you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Cool. Oh, they're making a Tupac film? Awesome.
Yeah, it's dropping in a few months.
Sweet.
All right, everybody see my screen and everything? Everybody cool?
Yes, we see it. Let me
All right.
write you down.
Now,
Okay. And let me know when I can count you down.
all right. I was gonna be presenting like I'm presenting to any artist, and I'm ready to go.
Okay. Just play it, and I'll count you down. So
All
in
right.
3, 2, 1.
What's cracking? My name is C. I'm an artist, producer, and engineer, and I'm the piece you're missing to experiencing a great success. Do you ever feel like you want your vocals to sit like this in the mix, or you want your hi-hats to roll this way, your drums to do that, but you can't find an engineer with the patience or the know-how to deliver your vision? Or if you got the next thriller, but you're missing your Quincy Jones, and you can just call me DJ Khaled because I got the keys. Let me go over a few of my qualifications. I graduated from one of the most renowned audio production schools in the country, Full Sail University. While there, I merged all of their ideas and teachings of industry standard software like Pro Tools with my own visions and skills while earning many certifications. I've also been working with Fruity Loops since I was 15, so not only can I engineer your instrumental, I can create it for you too. That way we can bring your whole idea to fruition. Here are two examples of my recent work to demonstrate there's more to my game than just talk. So if you guys can't hear the audio, just let me know.
We can't hear it play. Can you hear it play? I'll pause it for a second.
Ma'am?
Yeah, I paused the timer. We can't hear it. Do you hear it?
I hear it. I think it's because I have the headphones in.
Oh,
Should I take them out?
let's try that. See if it does.
All right, all right, all right. I just took the headphones out. All right, that's something. That one. Let's go back here. Check out this one. This was actually a group that I was in for a while that I worked on with a few other people from school, two other guys and a girl. I ain't got no time for someone waiting for me to come home. I'm in this club, drink with the drug. You better see what young nigga that come. You come my way. Who said you can come my way? And last but not least, this is a project that I'm actually engineering right now that you guys can check out for a second. Okay, we can get back to the presentation. And now let me talk about why you should hire C. I love music. It's been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. Whether it was cruising the city with my pops as a young boy or getting older and discovering my own musical tastes and ambitions. I've always had a true passion for the sound of music. I was always intrigued by what made this sound great other than the lyrics, the beat, and the artist. I found myself dedicated to crafting all of my projects to perfection. I spend as much time as necessary in the studio ensuring a song is at its best of quality and making sure that my artist is pleased. During my sessions, I find it easy to relate to my artist's lyrics and also to their studio vibes. For example, if they like it solitary, then we can lower the lights and just go in. Or if they like to roll up, then we can burn and get down. Even if they want to party in the studio, I'm all for it. And every day I'm constantly inspired by the changing world around me. This keeps me evolving and helps me develop new ideas to present to any artist feeling dry or uninspired. My boundaries grow farther with each day, and I'll never run out of ways to create the best quality sounds on the market. So now it's time for you to make that decision. Do you want to transcend into the next level of entertainment, or do you want to stick with the same mediocrity? When you make that choice, you give me a call.
Okay, you can breathe.
I'm good. I'm good.
And you have 10 seconds to spare. Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, so just like everybody else, 2 minutes if you guys would like to give some feedback. And I have Alonzo's hand up, so let's get to it. Hi, Alonzo. You are muted on your end, so you have to unmute your mic.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Hey, C, I just want to say you spoke really well, and I'm gonna contact you.
For sure, bro. You hit my line. I'm working right now as soon as the session over.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, Alonzo. You have a bunch of comments in the chat box. Would anyone else like to give verbal feedback? Okay, awesome. My only thing, of course, you're gonna get my written feedback because I'm behind the scenes taking some notes. But what I would suggest to you live is go ahead and put those links on the community discussion board and invite the class to check them out. I know that in the go-to session, it's kind of hard because things lag. I thought the music would play a little bit smoother other than the video, but there was still some kind of still delay. You can hear it, but it was still delayed. So I want to give you justice for your work, and if you would share those links on the community discussion board.
Okay.
Cool. All right. My turn for feedback. I want to hear from you guys as we wrap things up. What do you guys think about this about GoTo and presenting in GoTo? Does it work?
I really like it.
Cool. Do you have any specifics of why you like it?
Well, I think for like some people who are maybe a bit shy about being in front of people, this may be a more open way for them to present. You don't have to like deal with anybody staring you down while you're doing it. So, and then you're in the comfort of your own home. So I think it'll appeal to people.
Okay, cool. Cool. That's good. And there's Alex says he likes it. Jarrell says I like it as well. It's about the same as live, which I feel that it is. You know, although you're not in front of everyone's face, like Charles was pointing out, you don't have those faces staring at you. However, it gives you the same practice because you have to pay attention to your flow and delivery. Give personality in your voice, the tone of your voice. So, cool. I'm glad you guys enjoy that. Um, I want to keep giving it as an option for my students, so it helps me to get feedback from you guys. But know that going forward with that whole staring back at you thing, there's tricks of the trade where you don't have to make that dead on eye contact, and could it's a skill. It comes with practice, but there's a way that you can phase everybody out. And it comes with practice. It comes with the ability to focus on something else in the room other than the people. And it really helps. It helps to calm you down. But again, you know, I would be a hypocrite if I said that I am overly confident when I'm in front of a crowd every single time. That's false. My legs still shake, my voice still cracks. So it's part of being a human being and vulnerable. So I want to commend you guys for being brave, speaking up, and inviting your classmates to be a part of your journey. I think it's really cool, extremely cool, and I hope it continues. And Connor, yes, you can use it on a mobile device. Incidentally, what's coming down the pike in a few months is FSO is kind of, the platform is changing. There's a lot of nuances that are coming down that are going to allow more mobility when it comes to your classes. Really excited about that, but you are going to be able to access things, more things from your mobile devices than you were before. So whether you have a smartphone or a tablet, there are going to be options to be mobile, which I think is extremely important. It's going to be great for our online students, and I think it's an extra added bonus for the campus students. So we have a lot of cool things coming down in the next few months in the new year. So awesome. All right, do you guys have any questions before we close things out this afternoon? Awesome. Well, I want to thank you again. For those of you that weren't signed up to present and just came for support, I really appreciate you, and I think the presenters that went today appreciate you as well. It's really cool of you to lend your support on a day that we don't have class. It doesn't go unnoticed, I will tell you that. It definitely doesn't go unnoticed. And sadly, you know, it's actually a duality. It's bittersweet that tomorrow is our last day together. It's been a journey. You've all hung in there with me, and I appreciate that. And I look forward to tomorrow and the last of our presentations. We have really strong people on deck, and hopefully we'll have a great time and close things out and be able to celebrate your victories and the accomplishments that you you made this month. So on that note, I'm closing everything out. I enjoyed your company this morning, and I will see you in the AM.